good about their success in the first round. So just keep on keeping on. Keep doing what you're doing. It's evenly matched. Oh, a great right hand by Bellamy.
A beautiful job by Bellamy. It's straight right down the pipe for Bellamy in the red.
Oh, nice hook. Nice hook on the end.
And Hassel trying to respond with the counter punches.
Hassel in the blue. Very nice.
And this round comes to a close.
Great action round.
A very even battle. Mitch, who do you give that round to?
Well, that could go either way. If I had to make a decision, I think I'd give it to Marshall Bellamy just because he punched a little more often and his punches landed with a little more alacrity. They had a little more power on them, a little crisper, I guess you would call it. But I like the way both fighters are fighting. I like the way they respond when they get hit. They don't go into a defensive shell, but they fire right back, which serves two purposes. It lets your opponent know that A, you were not hurt that much. Secondly, it sends out a message to the judges that, you know, I scored too.
How do you motivate your fighter? If you're in the blue corner, you're Logan McGuinness. How do you motivate your fighter to come out and win the next round?
Well, I think the motivation has started before the fight. What we're going to get now from Logan is great technique, and he's going to be encoding it, putting it in the mind of Matthew, and just getting him to concentrate on the basics. You know, he's got to finish the combinations. It looks like to me the winner of this fight is going to be the person who punches first and ends up punching last.
Excellent advice by Mitch Chavallo as we are set for round number 2.
Right off
Matthew Hassel comes out.
Right off the bat.
And Bellamy in red responds very aggressively. Hassel in the blue now on the offensive.
Right back, that's it.
Both guys wanting to win this round emphatically.
Guys should,
both guys
set up your jab, set up your jab. Both of them need to be setting up their jab. They're getting a little wild, and as a result, they're getting out of position, and they can both be countered.
And it looked like Bellamy in the red was on some wobbly legs there.
Standing 8 count.
A standing 8 count indeed. Great job, Mr. Chavallo. And Matthew Hassel in the neutral corner. Steve Molitor checking in with his fighter. Marshall Bellamy in the red corner, the red shorts.
Hard from this angle to tell what's actually happening with that headgear.
And we resume action here in this second round. And Marshall Bellamy comes out.
Oh, Marshall lands again, right back. Marshall, straight punches, Marshall. Set up those hooks with some straight punches.
We see the combination
by
Marshall Bellamy in the red.
There it is.
And a beautiful hook lands right in the head of Matthew Hassel in blue.
Move, Matthew, use those basketball skills, move. Oh, nice right hand. Straight down the pipe again. The straight punches are happening.
And another big hook
Look at
landed.
This. Standing 8 count for the other fighter. Tells you it is an action fight.
And Marshall Bellamy, it seems to have the reach advantage, and he's using those long limbs to score on Matthew Hassel.
Both had a standing 8 count in one round. That's unusual.
And Bellamy now setting up his punches again with that nice jab. And he's landing effectively, backing up Matthew Hassel in the blue. And just as I say that, Hassel comes back trying to score on Bellamy.
Very competitive fight, John. A lot of heart by both kids.
A big punch missed by Bellamy in the red. And the round comes to a close. A very appreciative crowd here.
Hey.
2 standing 8 counts. You talked about it before. Both guys' heads scrambled. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I don't know if they've ever been in that situation before. It's hard to tell whether or not they've gone through that. They've been that stung in training. The first thing you want to do in standing 8 count is relax. Second thing you want to do is look to your corner. Look over to your corner, because your corner is probably going to be imparting some instructions, either on how to relax and calm down to get your head together, or giving you a little strategy about, you know, what got you into trouble and what to do to prevent yourself from getting into trouble again. So very important that you look to the corner during the standing 8 count. But a standing 8 count for each fighter in one round, that's action.
And what's your prediction? Who's winning this fight so far?
Well, last fight was a coin toss. As it stands now, you know, we're going into another action-packed final round, and that's a scenario every fight fan wants to be in. They want to be watching a fight where the last round matters.
And it's a round of desperation for both guys. Both guys know that this is the round.
Last round, 34 jabs for Marshall.
And the coaches, how important is that for them to motivate their fighters?
Oh, very important now because you have to reinforce what they've been training for the last 10 weeks. And it comes down to this round.
And a big shot landed by Bellamy in the red. And another hook landed by Bellamy. Hassel trying to respond, but he eats punches by Bellamy.
Yeah, Matthew Hassel's got to get his chin down a little bit. When his head's up in the air, he gets whacked.
Another hook by Bellamy as he puts together a nice combination.
Yeah, Bellamy's really forcing the action. And he gets tagged once in a while with a counter punch, but he's really forcing the action. He's got Matthew backing up on a straight line. Come on, Matthew, slide off to the side a little bit.
Matthew seems to be on clear street, eating big punches by Bellamy in red.
Stay in close now, punch. Create a little punching room when you're in close.
And we see the distance created by Bellamy in the red.
Boom, boom. 1-2, 1-2. Where's the hook after that right hand? There it is.
And there we see it, a beautiful job, a beautiful set of combinations thrown by Bellamy.
Yeah, Marshall just seems to be extending his combinations into 2-3 punch combinations, where Matthew's shooting one punch at a time.
Under a minute left in this third and final round, a very entertaining battle between Marshall Bellamy and Matthew Hassel. And there Hassel comes back in the blue.
Both guys must be tremendously gassed right now, especially when you're getting hit, especially when you're Matthew Hassel. But to his credit, he keeps moving. He's not a rock'em sock'em robot. He's got a little movement to him.
And this round and fight comes to a close, and we hear the ovation from the crowd. A tremendous fight between Marshall Bellamy and Matthew Hassel.
I think Marshall wins that fight. He was just too busy in the last round. He was controlling the tempo, his jab. He kept it. That was his calling card all throughout the fight, especially in the third round. And I think he was dominant in the third round. That was the move.
And the blue corner, you know, he was backpedaling, but he was scoring with the counter strikes. Do you think that would play a part in the judges' minds?
Well, I think it does play a part. Again, he was scoring with his counter shots, but just not as often, or at least not as often enough to counteract the work being done by Marshall Bellamy. So my thought is that it's going to go to Marshall Bellamy.
What did you think about Bellamy's performance that was so superior?
I just think he, in terms of classic boxing stance and execution, his punches were straighter. He threw longer combinations, usually 2-3, and I saw a couple 4-punch combinations. And I love the way he was always in attack mode. You know.
I'm glad I'm never going to see you again, man.
Now let's go to our referee.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have in my hand the judge's decision. This decision is unanimous by the judges. This bout went to the red team's Marshall "Scrumptious" Bellamy.
And Marshall Bellamy gets the unanimous decision, a well-deserved decision indeed.
I think that was the only decision one could come to after watching the way he dominated the third round. That probably speaks to his conditioning, too. You know, I don't know what he was doing with the Molitor camp. I know Stevie just came off a World Championship fight, and he probably reaped the benefits of being around Steve during that period of time.
Our own Candice DeVay is with the winner.
Now I'm standing here with the winner, Marshall. Congratulations. You just won your first boxing fight. How are you feeling right now?
I feel exhausted, and I'm ready for a drink right now. Yeah.
And now, it was a competitive fight. I know you say you're tired, but what was going through your head? You got to the third round. What were you thinking?
Well, Steve had told me that I got to start keeping my chin down, so I guess I did do a little bit of that. And just to keep on hitting with the third and fourth punches, so I got him with the hook a few times. And I just kept on doing that.
And now you both had the standing 8 count. How was that? What were you thinking?
I wasn't really thinking about much. I was hoping it wasn't a 10 count, actually.
Great. Well, thank you very much for doing this. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.